Hello guys, welcome to the Sewing Archive. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a buttonhole using a manual sewing machine. Please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I post next. Now to begin, you take your tape and you put it on your fabric and you measure 0.75 inches and then mark it at the bottom and the top like you see me doing there. Once you are done with that, you would take your tape again and measure 1 inch or 1.5 inch depending on how much space you want between the buttons. In my case, I went for 1 inch, but you can make it wider if you want. After that, you would mark another 0.75 inch for another buttonhole. Once that is done, you would repeat the process again and measure 1 inch spacing between the buttons and then another 0.75 inch. After that, you take your ruler and you would join the points together. Make sure to draw a very straight line when doing this. Once you are done, you would reduce the stitch length. In my machine, the higher the number, the tinier the stitch, so I picked 10. So use whichever one is comfortable for you, but I prefer a tiny stitch so we can make a thorough tight buttonhole. So now you sew along a little to the side of the line you drew. You would sew from the top to the bottom. The bottom I used 2 stitches and then the sides were about 11 or 10 inches. Just make sure you are sewing along that line and you don't go past the line. I sewed around, I think 4 or 5 times. So you just want to keep going over it till it looks firm enough and it looks like a buttonhole stitch. So this is the end product. Now I'm just going to cut out the excess thread. Do the same if you are following along this tutorial. So we're going to start on the next buttonhole just in case the first one didn't get through properly. So I'm going to go over it. A little to the side is where you start sewing. You don't sew directly on the line because the line is meant to be the middle point where you would cut through. So you go ahead and sew around that. Just make sure to sew the length of the line you drew. Don't sew any further than that. You want to be very slow while sewing this so you don't have any skipped stitches. So yeah, just keep going. When you are done, make sure to cut out the excess thread. My camera went off while sewing this one, but it's pretty much the same thing. I just did 3 so that in case you didn't get what I was doing the first 2 times, you would probably get a better understanding with the last one. Now all you have to do is take a blade and open up the buttonholes. Do it very slowly so you don't mistakenly rip your fabric. So you take one at a time and be very, very slow while doing this, especially if you're using a new blade because they are very sharp. So just go ahead and do that. Yeah, do that very carefully. So yeah, this is the end of the tutorial. Please make sure to like, subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I post my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. So that's what you are going to do. Just keep going. It's a very easy thing. It's not very hard. It's not hard at all, in fact. Now, once you are done with that, you want to take a blade, right? And then you want to carefully open up the midpoint where there is only fabric. Very carefully, so you don't cut the thread. You want to do that. Do that for all three of them. Please make sure to be very slow while doing this so you don't harm the garment. You see that? So now you go to the second one. Go really slow. And then the last one. I've come to the end of this tutorial. Please make sure to subscribe, like, leave your comments, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I post new content. Thank you for watching. Bye.